I'm Wayne Pollock. I'm a thought leadership ghostwriter serving big law and boutique law firm partners. I help these partners build their practices and their prominence one word at a time. Contrary to what most people believe, effective thought leadership focuses on angles, not topics. Of course, the point of thought leadership is to show off attorneys' knowledge and wisdom and to create relevant, valuable, and compelling content that makes a positive impression on their target audiences, such as their past, current, and prospective clients and referral sources. But it's not enough to pick a relevant topic. It has to be valuable and compelling. And the way that you create truly valuable and compelling thought leadership content is by taking an angle, not just covering a topic, but taking a particular angle. It's not just about what you talk about, it's how you talk about it. Let's say that you want to cover internal investigations at corporations, perhaps internal insider trading investigations at corporations. Well, you could certainly give a primer and write an article that's a primer regarding these investigations, or you could write an article about best practices, or you can write an article about misconceptions when it comes to internal investigations, or perhaps red flags that corporations need to be wary of when conducting an internal investigation regarding insider trading. Perhaps you could write an article that compares and contrasts different ways to conduct internal investigations. Perhaps you recently completed an internal investigation for a client. You can write an article explaining thorny issues you encountered and how you worked around them. Of course, not getting into privileged or confidential discussions or covering privileged or confidential information. Or perhaps you can cover trends concerning internal investigations, perhaps with an eye toward how regulators and prosecutors are viewing internal investigations when they are looking at companies that are currently under investigation or that they might investigate down the road. So I just gave you 7 angles regarding one particular topic. Which angle you choose will depend on the knowledge and wisdom that you and your colleagues have regarding internal investigations, as well as what you are trying to communicate to your current and prospective clients and perhaps current and prospective referral sources. You also might need to know what they're looking for in terms of what issues they're dealing with, what problems they've had with internal investigations before, that could help you shape the angle that you will take when it comes to your thought leadership. I see 2 main benefits to focusing on angles when it comes to thought leadership and not just topics. 1, it communicates to clients that you're knowledgeable and wise about very particular aspects of the legal and business issues that they might be facing. Yes, lots of law firms could write a primer about internal investigations. Lots of them could write an article about a recent case or a recent administrative agency action that somehow concerned internal investigations. But very few law firms understand how to apply a strategic angle to their thought leadership, which is why the second benefit is that it's a differentiator to law firms and attorneys who understand that taking particular angles with respect to thought leadership separates them from the pack. So few of a law firm's peer firms and competitor firms are going to be thinking about thought leadership from an angle perspective. They'll only be thinking about thought leadership, if they think about it at all, from a topics perspective. And that gives those law firms and attorneys who think about angles a huge advantage and a huge opportunity to step up and away from the pack in the eyes of current and prospective clients and referral sources. One small caveat, though, is that to come up with effective angles, you need to have an idea, have a sense of what legal issues and business issues your clients are facing, what's on their mind, what kinds of legal issues and business issues their industry is focused on. Of course, you can ask current clients and prospective clients about these types of issues they're facing. You could read industry publications that cover their industry. You could see what executives and thought leaders in their industries are saying on social media and through their own thought leadership. But if you really want to match up particular angles of your thought leadership with issues that your clients are facing and try to convey through your angles that you are the right choice for that client, then you're going to want to have a sense of what they're facing and what they're thinking about so you have a better shot at taking an angle that really is a match for what they are looking for assistance with. I could probably talk for another 30 minutes about thought leadership angles versus thought leadership topics, but I will leave you with this final thought to prevent this conversation from becoming too academic. You can strategically approach thought leadership by taking angles when you discuss certain topics. When you take a particular angle that you believe is most appropriate given what your clients and prospective clients are focusing on and what they need help with, and by taking an angle, writing an article, and then repurposing that as a specific targeted business development tool as opposed to just simply a marketing article or blog post that's published on social media and published on your website, you can use this angle-based thought leadership to stand out from the pack and convey to clients that you are the best choice for them, given what you are talking about in your thought leadership and what that says about how you could approach their legal issues and their business issues. If you're interested in learning more about how to create the kind of thought leadership that wins over clients, check out lawfirmeditorialservice.com. We have plenty of videos, blog posts, and podcast episodes that can help you do just that.